So first problem, what is the market size of the board game Ludo sold in India? Like, okay, market size of the board game Ludo sold in India. How I'm going to approach it, right? The first couple of questions that you want to ask is how long has the game been there in the market? What you're essentially trying to do is trying to understand what is the popularity of the game. How long has it been around? Do people really like it? Are there other competitors? Or how popular is the brand? The first thing that we're going to ask is how long has the game been there in the market, which is sort of helps you understand how popular is the game. Are there any other competitors? That will help you understand, is Ludo a brand or a segment? Because my understanding is, okay, board game is a segment and Ludo is only a brand playing in that segment. So it's very important to understand if there are other competitors, and therefore what percentage of people would end up liking this particular brand. Second, what age group prefers it? Now Ludo, for example, if I don't know what Ludo is, I don't know what type of a game it is. So you can easily ask the interviewer that which type of people prefer the game. Is it the grown-ups or the young guys, young folks? What is the price point? Because you know that will determine how many people have the capacity of buying it, how frequently do they purchase it, what time period should be considered, and what is the conversion at every step, right? So how do we approach it? First, like I said, we're going to do the same approach that we did in the past. We'll go back to the umbrella. First, it's the Indian population. That's my umbrella. Second, Ludo, if you go back and we spoke whether it's a household product or an individual product, here I'm going to very clear it's going to be a household product, because I'm probably not going to have multiple Ludo board games in the house. So it's going to be used on a household level. Second, it's going to be an income split. How many people can actually afford it? Age split, because the preference would vary basis age. What is the category preference? So how many people would prefer board games? Then we come to the brand preference. How many people are going to prefer the brand? What is the frequency of purchase, and what is time period, right? So if I actually have to do it, I'm going to do it like, first I already have calculated what is the market size. I know that the total population of the country is 1.3 billion. I'm allocating it further into now people who are poor, who are low income, middle income, and so on and so forth. And then I say, people who are poor, 0% of the people can afford it. Who are in the low income bracket, 10% of those can afford it, and of course middle onwards, 100% of people can afford it, right? Next is, I come to age, because I asked the interviewer which age folks really like it. What is the total number of people in that age bracket? What is the percentage of people who prefer the board game, and what is the percentage of people who prefer uh, the brand Ludo, right? So that is one way to do it. So I've calculated the percent of people who can afford it, the percent of people who prefer the game, and percent of people who prefer the brand. And then I multiply it with the population, the percentage of people who can afford it, percent of people who are interested. And one thing that I missed out, and I was just writing this down, is dividing it by the size of the household. Because Ludo is a household product, it's not an individual product. So once we calculate the total number of people who can afford it, ultimately I have to divide it by the household size, because I'm going to only get one Ludo per household. Right, now I'm going to go back to the couple of questions that were asked. First, if the time period is more than a year, are we supposed to consider industry growth rate? Yes, we are supposed to consider industry growth rate, and I will answer it. I am amazed at the type of questions that are coming in, because this is actually that something that we're going to consider in the next question. How do we take into account the industry growth rate as well? So great, we are going to take that out. And how do we figure it out? It's again going to be an approximation. We are going to say, basis my understanding, this industry is probably growing at a 5% year on year, and it's absolutely fine. Again, if it's actually 2% or it's 20%, because there's no way for you to know. And like we mentioned, it's very clear that they don't want to understand your domain knowledge. It's the approach that they want to understand, right? There's another question: should we consider other areas apart from household, maybe play areas or hostels? That's one way to look at it. Play areas or hostels, because this was a board game, that was the reason I did not take into account. If you want to clarify this from the interviewer, you can definitely do so, in terms of whether or not you feel that whether you know play areas have a game like Ludo there. Because Ludo, basis my understanding, a board game is generally a very, very family sort of a play. That's the reason this is the approach that was taken. But a very, very fair point. For example, I'm going to cite an example of books, right? If someone asks you how many books are there in the city, and there you can actually say, great, books can be personal and books can be from institutes. And again, personal books can further be divided into, there's folks going to school, so there's a set of school books, there are a set of books that are from college, and there are a set of personal books. So this would sort of compile my personal book collection, and then have institutional areas where institutions like libraries, like schools and colleges and bookstores, they have a certain number of books of their own, right? So we can actually approach a book problem in that regard, because there'll be some for personal consumption and some for institutional consumption. Ludo, on the other hand, is generally not that kind of a product. That's why that was not taken into account. But very good question, Sreshta. For example, if the question was something that pertains to books, you would definitely have to take that approach. Right. So if the question is around the market size for the board game Ludo in India, this is how we do it. We take into account the entire population. We divide it into the percent of people who can actually afford it. Then we look at the preferences across age, and then we ultimately divide it by the size of the household, because we're only going to have one sort of a game per household. Sorry. Now I'm just gonna, and again this answers your question, I forgot your name, Ekagrita, is do we take industry growth into account? And you're going to see that in this particular question. I've just tweaked the question a little bit. The previous question was, what was the market size of the board game Ludo in the country, right? And now the question is, how many Ludo board games are sold in India? And here again, let me ask the interviewer, hey, are you referring to a time period of 1 year? Like, yeah, maybe the answer is yes. So how is this question, how many Ludo board games are sold in India in 1 year, different from the market size, right? So everything else remains the same. Indian population, household product, economic split, age split, so on and so forth. The only thing that gets added here is an availability view. Okay, my market size is so much, but maybe Ludo is not available across the country. Maybe it's only available in a certain number of cities and maybe only in a certain number of department stores. So I would have to temper my overall expectation down by that number, because while there is a demand for the product, it might not be available everywhere. So we have to take the available review. And the other thing that comes in when it comes to number of products sold on an annual basis is the lifetime of a product. Last time when we were taking where was I? Right. So the other thing, moving on from when we're trying to understand the number of Ludo board games sold in India in a year, is fun availability, because even if there's a demand, not everyone's going to get it. And second is the lifetime of the product, right? Which is, for example, while so many people would want to use it and are using it, they're not going to buy it on a regular basis, right? They're not going to buy it every year, because I would assume that once you buy a board game, it's going to last a little longer, right? A very important point that Chavi has mentioned is correct, that upper class people are switching to online Ludo, so less Ludo being sold. Very fair point. But when I was referring to the Ludo board game, I was only looking at the physical. Maybe I should have clarified. So very good point that you brought up. When I was setting the question, I was only referring to the physical board game that was there. But of course, if you want to take into account the online view as well, there would be a certain reduction in the overall market size, because certain number of people are only preferring the online version now. Fair. Right. Now coming back to the next question of how many board games are sold in India, on an annual basis, the couple of additional pointers over and above the previous ones was available review and lifetime of a product, right? So how does it change the overall scheme of things? So I do the exact same calculation, right? I do the exact same calculation of a certain percentage of people who can afford it, certain percentage of people who prefer the game, certain percentage of people who prefer the brand, and then I add a particular feature called it's only available in 50% of the states. So while the balance 50% might want it, they cannot afford it, taking into account that I'm only referring to physical stores and e-commerce is not available. Next, lifetime of a board game. Say once someone purchases the game, on an average it lasts for 5 years. So I'm obviously not going to buy it every 5 years, right? So every year I'm going to assume, taking into account depreciation, that at the end of 5 years 20% of the board games would essentially stop working. So they're going to, of whatever market size we determine, 20% of it is going to be replenished on an annual basis. Further, I'm going to add a 55% growth every year. I'm going to assume that if this is the market size now, it's going to grow 5% on an annual basis. So when I'm trying to calculate the total number of board games that are sold every year, what I'm going to essentially do is going to do exactly what I did in the previous solution. Find the number of household that want Ludo, Then I multiply it with the availability, which brings it down by 50%, because while a lot of people want it, it's not available. And then ultimately I multiply it with the annual replenishment, which is 20% of the households who already had it are going to buy it again because the previous game has sort of worn out, and there's going to be a 5% increase in new demand, and that's going to answer the total number of board games that are sold in the country. Right. I am aware of the time, so while I just want to rush through the next couple of things. How many iPhones are presently being used in India? We do the exact same calculation that we did when it came to Ludo. Just one thing here is you have to understand that iPhones again are individual uses and not household uses. But apart from that, every other thing remains the same. It's just that when someone asks the question being used, it's very important to clarify. When you say being used, does it mean people who own it or people who are using it at this point in time in the moment? Just sort of clarifying that becomes very important. Again, the highlight, like I said, the only change from the previous one here would be it would be an individual product versus a household product. And just another example on how many refrigerators are sold in India. The only variation here is that we have to take into account whether it's for domestic use or industrial use. And generally, all the questions that are asked are for domestic uses because it's very difficult to estimate the ways and working of the industrial sector in the country. So just to clarify, always do ask whether or not they want you to estimate for the domestic sector or the industrial sector. More often than not, the answer will be domestic. And then of course you can do the exact same thing that we did for the Ludo household game, that when you're trying to understand the number of units that are sold in a year, you take into account a certain amount of depreciation of the existing units. So they're going to stop working and you're going to buy new ones, and plus you're expecting a certain industry growth which is going to result in new demand.